Hello, welcome everyone. This is nuclei part 2. Today I am going to discuss the fractional atomic weight. Next, some examples of fractional atomic weight. And next, discovery of neutron by Chadwick, atomic mass unit, and some of the basic information regarding the nucleus. We are going to study in this video. Okay, let us move towards the concept known as fractional atomic weight. What is fractional atomic weight? Okay. It is the average atomic masses of all the isotopes of an element. See, an element has different isotopes. We know that what are isotopes. Isotopes are nothing but which are having the same atomic number but different mass number. They are called isotopes. And average mass of all those isotopes of an element gives a fractional atomic weight. So here, fractional atomic weight of hydrogen element is calculated using atomic masses of isotopes of hydrogen atom. What are the isotopes of hydrogen atom? 1H1 deuterium tritium divided by how many isotopes are there? 3 are there, divided by 3. That is divided by number of isotopes. This is the fractional atomic weight of hydrogen element, and this can be applied for any other element also by calculating this method. So one of the thing is here, one example I am taking to calculate fractional atomic mass of a neon. Neon has 2 isotopes. One isotope having atomic mass of isotope is 20 unit, right? Next, atomic mass of another type of isotope is 22 unit, and the 20 unit neon isotope availability is 90%, and 22 unit another type of neon isotope is availability of only 10%. Then how to calculate the fractional atomic weight of a neon, right? So here how much 20 unit? 20 unit is available how much percent? 90% means divided by 100 we have to do, plus another neon isotope which is available 22 unit or 22 atomic mass unit into how much percent? Into 10%. 10% means divided by 100. By calculating this one, here 1 0 will get cancelled, this 0 will get cancelled. This will be 9 into 2 is 18 plus 22, here 10, 1 0 will get cancelled. 22 by 10 is 2.2, that is 2.2, which is equal to 20.2 unit is the fractional atomic weight of neon. Similarly, we can calculate it for chlorine also. Similar like a neon, we can calculate it for a chlorine also. Chlorine has 2 isotopes. One of the isotope of chlorine having an atomic mass of 34.98 units, which is available 75.4%. Similarly, another isotope of chlorine atomic weight is 36.98 unit, which is available of 24.6%. Then if you calculate its fractional atomic weight, then you get how much? So that is 34.98 into how much percent? That is 75.4 upon 100. Plus this is 36.98, right? Into how much percent? 24.6%. Then this, after calculation of this one, you will get approximately 35.78 unit, which is the fractional atomic weight of chlorine, right? In this way we can calculate the fractional atomic weight of any element which is having a isotopes. That is called fractional atomic weight, right? Now I will move next towards a James Chadwick, which is going to discover the who discovered the neutron, right? Next we will see discovery of neutron. So we know that in an atom or structure of atom consists of a central part known as nucleus, where protons and neutrons present, and outside the nucleus electrons are present. The electrons found by the scientist Benjamin Franklin. The William Gilbert conducted some experiment. Based on that, William Gilbert gave that there are 2 types of charges are there. One is positive charge and one is negative charge. For a negative charge, he named, Benjamin Franklin named as a electron, right? Later, the positive charge particles were found by the Rutherford using gold foil experiment. That is why we say that protons were found by Rutherford. And in the nucleus there are one more kind of particles are there which are called neutrons, and neutrons found by James Chadwick. Neutrons found by James Chadwick in 19th century, that is 1932. Right? In 1932 he found through his experiment. It is not like that any other scientist, he is the first person who is talking about the neutron. There are many scientists are there who are thinking about these neutral charge particles. Okay, for example, let us compare helium and hydrogen mass. Right, let us compare helium and hydrogen mass. Helium and hydrogen mass. Okay, so here helium is 2He4, right? Hydrogen is 1H1. Here how many number of protons are there? Number of protons are 2. Here number of protons are 1. Here how many number of electrons are there? Electrons are 2. Here electrons are 1. The mass of any element is only because of the protons, not because of the electrons, because electrons are very light particles. That's why we are not going to consider the in an atom the whole mass is concentrated due to the protons only, right? So here number of protons are 2, therefore mass is, I'll assume that, so mass of helium is equal to 2 unit. Simply I will assume that 2 unit. Okay, if I consider 2 protons are there, that's why I am considering 2 unit. Then for hydrogen, that is mass of hydrogen is how much? Only 1 electron is there, that is 1 unit. Correct? That means helium has 2 unit mass, hydrogen has 1 unit mass. Correct? Now on a balancing sheet, so I'll keep here 1 helium. Okay, 1 helium and here 2 hydrogen atoms. Then it must match, no? Right? That it should be balanced. Right? But it is not going to be balanced. Here the helium will weight more compared to the 2 hydrogen atoms. Here how atomic mass is 4. Here atomic mass is 2, which is not going to be balanced. Therefore, there are some particles are there which are going to unbalance this one. Correct? Along with the protons, there are some another kind also particles are there which are unbalancing this equation. Right? See here 2 protons are there. Here 1 proton. Again 2 protons. If protons only present, then this should be balanced. But here along with the proton, there are some other charged particles or other particle also are there which are chargeless, but they are having a mass. They are nothing but neutrons. This is the way how we are going to balance. If you want to balance this one, I have to take here 1 helium atom and 4 hydrogen atom. Because each hydrogen atom having a 1 proton, helium having total 4, because mass number represents the total number of protons and neutrons. 2 protons, 2 neutrons, total number is 4. To match this, to balance this one, I have to consider 4 hydrogen atom, right? 4 hydrogen atom, then only this will be balanced, right? And this is the problem with the calculation. That means there are some particles are there which are giving participation in the calculation of mass. Okay, mass of an element. They are nothing but protons. Along with the protons, there are some other particles also are there. They are called neutron. In this way, there is some like question mark is there, that there are some particles are there. Which are those particles? That we are going to find out here. That will be find out by James Chadwick by his experiment. One more method is there. See, if I consider here atomic number and here mass number. We all know that atomic number gives the number of protons. For helium, how many number of protons are there? 2 protons are there, right? For lithium, we have 3 protons are there. For beryllium, we have 4 protons are there, right? What about their mass number? Here mass number is 4 for helium. For lithium it will be 7. For beryllium it will be 9. That means there is some difference. There are some additional particles also are there. That's why the whole mass number is because of that additional particles also are there. Those additional particles are only called neutrons. And those neutrons found by Chadwick. That experiment we'll see now. Yes, this is an experiment done with the James Chadwick. It is exactly similar to the Rutherford Goldfoil experiment. Rutherford considered a gold foil. Here James Chadwick considered a boron foil. Okay, and these alpha particles only he considered. These alpha particles are allowed to hit to the boron material such that it emits the radiations, and these radiations are neutral. How you are going to say that neutral? When these radiations are allowed to pass through the electric field or magnetic field, they should not change their direction or they should not change their momentum, right? So here if I consider this is a plus and here minus, this is the electric field in this way. So when these radiations are passed through this electric field, these radiation do not disturb or they do not move, right? They are moving straight, which means they are neutral, right? And these radiations, when it make it to fall on a wax, right? Make it to fall on a wax, it shoots out the protons, right? Which shoots out the proton. That means these are having enough momentum, right? Their momentum and energy. Because of that only they are shooting out the protons. And these are not electromagnetic waves. If suppose these are having a property of electromagnetic wave, these radiation should be deviated with the electric field and magnetic field. But these are not deviating, such that these are having enough momentum, right? Energy. Therefore, they are when hitting to the wax, they are shooting out the protons. Nothing but here some particles will remain. Only protons shoot out. Some other particles left behind that which are more mass or more energy than the protons, and those radiation particles are only called as neutrons. And that means mass of neutron is slightly greater than the mass of the proton. So here I have written mass of proton is 1.00783 unit and mass of neutron is 1.00866 unit. By this experiment we come to know that there are heavier particle compared to the proton. Those particles are which are neutral and those are called neutrons. This is the James Chadwick explained. Next is atomic mass unit, right? What is atomic mass unit? That is AMU we call, or just we can call U, small letter U, right? Which is unit, right? So it is defined as a 1/12 mass of carbon-12 atom, right? It is defined as a 1/12 mass of carbon-12 atom. Now what is the value of 1 unit? So 1 unit is nothing but 1 atomic mass unit. 1 atomic mass unit is nothing but 1/12 of a mass of carbon-12 atom. 1/12 as it is, mass of carbon-12 atom is molecular mass divided by Avogadro number. Molecular mass is 12 divided by Avogadro number is 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23, right? So atoms, then here 12 will get cancelled. So 1 divided by 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. If you do this one, then we will get 1.660539 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. That means 1 unit is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Yes. Next, one more concept is the nuclear charge, right? The charge of the nucleus is only due to the protons, not because of the neutrons. Neutrons are electrically neutral, but protons are positively charged, hence the nuclear charge is always positive. That is, it is the total charge of the protons present in the nucleus. This nuclear charge is given by plus Ze, where Z represents the atomic number, which gives the number of protons, right? How many number of protons are that much charge will be there, and charge is positive, that is plus E, where plus E represents the charge of protons. This is called nuclear charge, which is always plus Ze. Next, nuclear mass, right? What is nuclear mass? Whole mass is because of the protons and neutrons. Charge is only because of protons, but mass is because of protons as well as neutrons, right? So it is a total sum of masses of protons and neutrons. So present in the nucleus. So nuclear mass is given by mass of protons plus mass of neutrons. So Mn here, this is the mass of the nucleus, which is equal to Z into Mp, where Z represents the atomic number or number of protons, atomic number or number of protons, right? Protons into mass of each proton. We know what is the value of mass of each proton. Mass of each proton is 1.00783 unit is the mass of proton, right? Plus A minus Z. What is A minus Z here? A minus Z is neutron number. Neutron number or number of neutrons, right? So Mp is the mass of proton. Mass of proton. Plus, and Mn is the mass of each neutron. Mass of each neutron. A minus Z is the neutron number and mass Mn is the small mn. Small mn represents the mass of each neutron. Then capital Mn is the mass of nucleus. Mass of nucleus. Right? So some other topics also are there, nuclear density and nuclear radius, nuclear size, some other concepts are there which I am going to explain in the next video. Thank you.